Hey, good morning. I'm back for lesson 4 in Inner Kid Keto. Welcome. How you doing? Today's topic is stuffing. Now, there's a lot of ways to think about stuffing. The idea for this segment started with my little dogs. I have 4 Chihuahuas, and they have been taking the stuffing out of their toys. Little white pieces of fluff all over my house, all over my living room. This is one of the dinosaurs that's been through a Chihuahua destuffing process, so you get the idea. So that's what made me think of this. They also have noisy toys, and these are a favorite. So we're going to talk about stuffing feelings, stuffing our face, all kinds of things on that topic. Actually, my favorite meal of the year is Thanksgiving. And I love the huge variety of food, people sitting around and saying thank you to God for what they've received, friendship, warmth, bringing people over that you don't normally sit with, okay? And I have a little story about Thanksgiving. I found this little thing in my cookbook. So, got this turkey, and this is a little joke. They asked this little boy at Thanksgiving dinner, would you like some more turkey? And he says, no, but I'd like some more of that bread he ate. I thought that was so cute. So we can think about how much bread we ate. The truth is, many of us overeat out of fear, out of emotional stuff coming up, and we want to push it back down. I did a painting a few years ago, actually in 1998. I'm going to show you this painting. It's pretty big. And there I am sleeping, having a nightmare, and there's a big dragon terrifying me. Okay. I'm sure that many people would say, looks like you were sexually abused. And I'm going to say, yep. And it took a long time to bring that up and to resolve that. Not all done yet. I brought little Linda into this picture as usual. I've given her a donut. How many times have I stopped for a donut to stuff anxiety? Let's say, little Linda, not today. You don't need the donut. Maybe you just need the hug. Yeah. Hey, baby. No matter what's gone on, I love you. I'm holding you. You're safe with me. Part of what our purpose here is about is to help you get safe with your inner child, that your inner child gets safe with you, okay? Many of you don't even know your inner child yet. Many of you don't even know. So let's close our eyes for a minute and take some breaths. I want you to give your inner child a name. I just call mine Little Linda. Yours might be Little Pete, Little Tammy, Little Susie Q. Try not to give negative names like runt or stupid, even if you thought that's the kind of thing somebody called you when you were little. Let's come up with something gentle. Give it a moment. See if you can notice what the body language is. Are they in the fetal position? How old are they? Tiny baby or angry teen? Hello, little one. I'm trying to get to know you better. I'm trying to help you today. I'm trying to reconnect with you today. It's possible that in your life, somebody made you feel not good enough, not meaningful, not important. Maybe parents were overwhelmed, overworked, overwrought. I happened upon a scene yesterday that was kind of heartbreaking. I was driving on a back street, following a school bus, and they stopped. And this little tiny girl, she looked about 6, got off the bus, sweet little thing, blonde, cute, dressed in her snow outfit because it was snow on the ground. And you could see this big guy standing there like the dad, and he was kind of stiff looking and tough. And the little girl ran towards him like, you could just see, it's daddy, it's daddy. And she was running towards him with such excitement. He wasn't on his phone, but he was obviously in his own head. He didn't make eye contact. He didn't swoop her up. He didn't greet her. He just kind of, it was almost like a grunt. And she noticed that he wasn't receiving her. And I saw her pull in, and then she just kind of hit him in the stomach. And of course, a 6-year-old hitting a big guy in the stomach, that didn't make an impact either. And they walked off together. And I thought, I wonder how many times I went to my daddy or mommy for a hug or a greeting or a warmth, and they too were preoccupied. And how many times did that happen to you? Maybe they were never engaged. Now, I can happily say I had many positive experiences with both parents. There were lots of times they did things with us, took us to the park, swimming, to the drive-in movies, all the different things. We did have lots of fun. But there were other times too. And those are the things you might have stuffed. Those memories, those feelings, that sadness. So little Linda's looking a little lonely over here. I'm going to bring her back. And I want you to bring back your inner child and hold them right now. Just imagine holding your own inner child. That's right. And now let's make a promise. Hello, inner child. I've got you. From this day forward, you're really mine. I'm going to take the responsibility for mommy and daddy to take care of you and raise you. At this point in your life, you're coming home to me. I'm going to be your parent. I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to hold you and love you, support you and be your champion. And I'm going to do my best not to give you situations that make you want to stuff your feelings with food or overwork or alcohol or drugs, or let them out too scary with rage attacks, cruel driving, aggression to strangers, yelling at sales clerks who call on the phone trying to sell you something, giving random meanness. I'm guilty of random meanness. I can look back on my history and I'm not proud of all the things I've done, all the things I've said, all the things I've failed to say. Higher power, I'm sorry for it all. I'm sorry I wasn't mature enough, healed enough, whole enough to manage any better than that. I know this is our school, and I was doing the best I could at the time. And so too are you. You're doing the best you can. So for today, and just for today, let's focus on stuffing. What are you stuffing? What feelings? What emotions? What fears? Getting older, not feeling well, unhappy in your marriage, worried about your kid, the rising cost of life in this world. There's 1,000 things we could be stuffing. There's 1,000 things we can let go of too. We can give it all to God. We can give it all to higher power. You say, God, you figure it out. This one's too big for me. I met a guy in a 12-step meeting, and one time we went to lunch together, and he said before every meal he prays, "Dear God, let it be enough." I thought that was powerful. Let it be enough. How much is enough? It could even be that around money, or around too much sex, or too many video games, or too many hours of television, spacing out. I looked up this verse in the Bible, and I found this one. But food does not bring us closer to God. We are no worse if we do not eat, and no better if we do. That's 1 Corinthians 8:8. And this other one that Jesus said in Matthew 15:11, it's not what goes into your mouth that defiles you. You are defiled by the words that come out of your mouth. I am sure when we make it to the next dimension, someone's going to not ask us so much about our diet as about how we treated one another. Interestingly enough, it's also important how you treat yourself. Let's just take a breath. Hug yourself. Maybe even do some gentle forward and back rocking. Just be here now for a minute. Learn to take a gentleness break. I'm in a 12-step group, Adult Children of Alcoholics, and one of their books talks about gentleness breaks. What a novel concept. Some of us have no concept of gentleness at all, particularly aimed at ourselves. I have defined a gentleness break in my life as a cup of tea. I do decaf because I found that caffeine triggers my want mores just as much as sugar and carbs do. Decaf tea, little stevia in it, sit on my recliner, hold my puppies, my little chihuahuas, kick back and turn on the TV for a little while, maybe wrap myself up in one of those heated blankets because I live in a cold place this time of year, and just let go for a little while. Sometimes a gentleness break might be go down into my art room, pull out my watercolors, and just paint a little. Sometimes it might be go out in the backyard, sit in the sun, pick some dandelions, make dandelion tea, walk my little dogs. There's a lot of ways we can give ourselves a gentleness break. I hope you've come up with at least one way to give yourself a gentleness break. And I'm going to invite you to start noticing, am I stuffing, and what am I stuffing? Hurt, anger, fear, loneliness? Excuse me, got to sneeze on the truth. It's okay. It's a release of energy. I think that's enough for today. Learn to feed yourself love first. Maybe have a cup of tea yourself on your gentleness break, or something comforting and nourishing. Okay, bless you. See you tomorrow. Have a great one. Bye for now.